Mike, it's great to be here with you, and I want to thank you again for coming down and speaking at our Scottish Baptist Union Council meeting on Tuesday. You have a great heart for the people on the margins, as you put it, and the place of bringing the gospel to folk. So let me ask you simply, if I was to say, what is the gospel? What is it?
Well, the gospel for me must, in some ways, be expressed in places. I think where the gospel is placed is very important. And I think often in society we can think of places that are wealthy and places that are marginalised. For me, the gospel is the creation of a new kind of place, a place that challenges the arrangement of society that excludes some people and includes others. And so you could think about an embodiment of the gospel as, for example, a gathering of people around a table with bread and wine in the middle, which is radically inclusive, which allows people to come into a place that isn't defined by social hierarchy or their education or their ability to earn money or the trappings of stuff that they have around them, but rather is defined by the very presence of Jesus, who kind of brings them into a space that is defined by his own death and resurrection, a free place. And I think critical for me in the gospel in that sense is that when you come into this space that is defined by who Jesus is, not only do you find new life in his presence and through the power of his Spirit, but you find there an encounter with others that you can't avoid. And so if you come into this Jesus space, then what you're also doing is as you are embraced in that space, you also are finding you're embraced by others.
Do you think that people who live in housing estates are more important to God than people who work hard in professional lives?
No, I don't at all. And I think it's really important not to try and pit one against the other. And I think that by definition, this new kind of Jesus space is a space in which all are equal and valued, and there isn't a hierarchy of value in that sense. But what I do think is it's very difficult to find who God is or meet Jesus when we only mix with people like ourselves. We only affirm our own narratives and identities or our own self-constructed identities. And I think as we find ourselves embraced by people who are so different from ourselves and embrace them, then we find the depths of darkness in our own lives that we often so often project upon others. That's when the cross becomes very living instead of just a theoretical idea. We find that we are not only do we live in a society that struggles with darkness, but the darkness is also within, and it's in meeting the other that then we have to really wrestle with that.
Thank you.